Welcome back to today's Photo Minute. My name is Brian Osborne from the Photo Classroom, and today I just wanted to give a little technique that I think would be kind of fun to play with. Last week when we were doing our shoot and share and I was playing around with a wide angle look, I actually did a picture that I'll post on our page where I actually photographed the sunflower, and it actually had the sun in it. Now, I'm not the guy that likes flare. Flare is that look that you get, the distortion that you get by taking a lot of pictures into the sun. But it was kind of neat to have the blue sky and the sun at the top of the picture and then the sunflower at the bottom of the picture. And I just wanted to tell you how you actually make that sun kind of come out, or any point light source. It doesn't have to be the sun, it could be a street light at night, etc. But how do you make a point light source kind of flare out with those star points to it? And the answer is just use a very high aperture. So the higher you go on your aperture, usually pretty close to the maximum aperture. So if you wanted to go up to f22, if that was the highest on your lens, the higher you go on that aperture, the more that instead of it being kind of a blob of light, it becomes this kind of a star look. It's a really neat effect. I've done it for cityscape scenes at night. I've done it for sunsets and sunrises. And you can also play with it in the middle of the day, like the example that I'm going to post. But it's just a great way to take that little sun or that light spot and to let it flare out. Now, hey, one other note about that is that obviously there's going to be a lot of reflections. You might even see some kind of halos in the picture depending on how bright that light spot is and how you've kind of composed it in the frame. But you do definitely want to take off any filter. So if you're using a polarizing filter wouldn't really have any effect when you're pointing the camera at the sun. If you were doing it during the day, you certainly wouldn't want to be using a polarizer at night. For the other examples I gave you. And even if you have a UV or a protective filter on the front, that's going to make the look of the flare and just kind of the blowout and the degradation of the image a whole lot worse. So make sure that your lens is clean, make sure that you've taken all the filters off if you want to do this kind of starburst effect with a point light source. Hey, I hope this is helpful. Have fun going out and play. My name is Brian Osborne, and this is today's Photo Minute.